everybody, it's Kate Richburg and I am live at beadshop.com. Well, you guys, if it's 10:30, it must be Friday, Free Tip Friday. Yes, we're almost to the weekend. I hope you're having a good Friday wherever you are. We're having a good Friday here at beadshop.com. It was a little rainy here in Northern California, but the sun is shining outside and we are prepping for a super creative and fun weekend. Yeah, so it's Kate Richburg in front of the camera, and it's Grace and Janice behind the camera. Janice is learning a little bit of filming. You guys may remember last week on Free Tip Friday, Janice was doing some filming. So I'm looking at them right now behind the camera.
Says hi.
Hi, Robin.
And your mom, Gwenny, has joined us.
Hi, Ma.
And Melanie has said is good morning.
Great. Well, you know, with these Free Tip Fridays, thanks, Gracie.
Gita is on, and she says,
excellent.
hi, ladies.
Hi. Well, you know,
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. So, you know, with Janice behind the camera, we'll see. She'll just jump in. It's kind of fun. I might just turn that camera around. You never know what's going to happen on Free Tip Friday. So our Free Tip Fridays, as well as our Facebook Live broadcasts, you guys, they all live on our YouTube channel. And lately, we're going to share some other stuff with you in just a couple minutes, but while people are jumping on, lately what we've been doing is we've been creating episode notes for those Facebook Lives, and those are going to live on the Facebook Live page, and there'll be some links, and we're going to send some of that info out in a newsletter. But one of the things, Janice came in this morning and we were chatting a little bit, and she said, you know, Kate, our Facebook Lives look so good on YouTube, right, JP?
Yes. Amazing.
So why, what are you learning? Or what are you seeing? Or why do you like it that much more?
It's so much sharper. It's so much, somehow you've explained it to me, translating from YouTube,
from small,
Facebook.
Right, the small one to the big one, a big screen.
Well, to our website, it gets a little blurry. Yeah. And going to our YouTube channel, Beadshop 1, it's just the number 1,
Beadshop.com.
It just is... it's great.
It's much clearer, yeah.
Really clear.
And you know, a lot of you guys who watch our Facebook Live broadcasts on YouTube, you actually watch it like on your computer. And I know we've seen pictures, people have sent pictures in, and you can enlarge that video stream right on your monitor. So Janice and I are almost life-size, which might be a little scary or a little cool all at the same time. I don't know. But try it out. Try some different ways of watching. And we'd also love to know how you're watching your Facebook Lives. Do you watch them on mobile? Do you watch them on tablet? Do you watch them on your desktop? Do you watch them later? Do you like watching them over the weekend? So we'd like to know. Feel free to send us those ideas in, or just post them in the stream, or post them on our Facebook page, because we're learning more and more about what you guys like about Facebook Live.
We have some nice hellos. We have Dia from Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
We have someone from London, but I don't know how to scroll back yet.
You can touch the screen.
I can. Okay.
And see how you can kind of. Can you?
No, don't ask me to do it.
Oh God.
Then Gail.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, so Gail is wondering why it was fuzzy, and so because she was watching it on her tablet.
Oh yeah.
And Dee says she watches it from her laptop.
Oh great.
Sue Wood says hi, girls.
Hi, Sue Woods. It's great to see everybody.
So I'll say hi to everybody in between Kate talking.
Well, shall we?
I can't scroll back.
I can't scroll back. No. Well, I'll come around and let's get started, and I'll teach Janice also how to scroll.
Okay.
All right. Janice, you're just broadening your horizons.
I'm trying.
Well,
I'm
you're
trying,
good.
Katie. What do we have here?
We make it so easy. So I'm going to turn this around. Let's turn it here. And so I'm going to show you. See how you just do this? We're scrolling right now, you guys. See that? You can scroll all the way back.
Oh, look at that.
And we can see here, and now I'm scrolling up, and I can see Tammy. Hey, Tammy, it's good to see you. And Trudy from Spicewood, Texas, and there's Janet from Indiana, who we may have already shouted out to. Great, so it's coming up. See, so that's how you do it.
Okay.
And then you go all the way here, and then we see what the latest ones are.
Right.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Great. So thanks, you guys, for sticking with us with our little bit of tutorial work. So this week was brought on by a couple, this Free Tip Friday was brought on by a couple of prompts. One was a customer who emailed me and said, Kate, why don't you talk about metal finishes and kind of what they are and what you do with them and all that kind of stuff. Kind of just a little 411. And I thought, you know what? That's a great idea. And then, you know, I've got an open studio coming up soon, and I've been playing around with metals, and I've been putting color on metal. And I thought, well, how can I bring color on metal to my bead shop audience without like going metalsmithing crazy? So, and I've done these kind of things in the past, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to share some of my little tips and tricks using permanent marker, and you guys know what this is, and nail polish.
Fun.
It's as simple as that. But let's talk about some of these finishes first. So on this, you may have seen the newsletter that went out about Debut. This is the Debut is this project here using our shadow beads and this fantastic Cornerstone clasp. Yes, that's right, Gita, Cornerstone. It's one of my favorites, I'll tell you. What I love about these clasps is that they're super heavy duty, and you know, I've been wearing this Debut for quite some time, and so the coating on it, whatever the platings are on these, we've got the copper, the brass, and the silver plate. The plating is really meant to be as permanent as plating can be, really. Underneath, now these are a special metal, right, Janice? These guys are?
Yes, they're zinc, aluminum, magnesium.
So it's like a pewter type of a metal.
Right.
And the way I'll kind of back up a little bit and give you guys a little bit of a primer on how these are done. So clasps or things like our buttons or things like charms that I've got here, most of these, what we call base metal, see how I have those little quotes, those are air quotes, base metal, is made out of either a brass, like our shadows have a base metal of brass, or what they call a pewter. Sometimes pewter is known as Britannium also, but it's a fairly soft metal, but very easy to cast. So, and these are all pieces that have been cast. These shadows beads here, the copper and the other ones that we have, those are all a base metal or a base of brass beads. So this pewter that it is underneath, then after it's molded and finished and tumbled and done all of that, finished off, then they get sent to a plater, and then the plating happens. The cool thing about it is that the plating can happen in any color. We can have it in a shiny gold, in silver, it can become an antiqued copper, it can become an antiqued brass. And the plating now has become so sophisticated that you're not going to have things just rub off, right? These things they're pretty much tried and true. You can, you know, we don't recommend getting them wet or in the shower, but you know, if you do wash your hands and the charm on your bracelet gets wet, it's not the end of the world, okay? So, I'm going to get to that, Melanie. This one next, I'll share that with you in just a second. Good eyes. So that's kind of what all these metals are about. So you can treat these metals like if you had a charm, let's say like this, and maybe you wanted to, I don't know, hammer on the back or do some little kind of texturing, pardon me, or something like that. It's all metal. This plating, I've hammered on these. These are charms from TiaraCast. I've hammered on these guys before and nothing happens to them. The plating doesn't flake off. It's really, they're really cool to experiment with. So a lot of times though, you get your metals, or you get your metal, or you get like your, this is our featherweight charm. Featherweight, is that right,
Yep.
Janice? Featherweight, or you get a charm like this, like willow here, and you know, maybe you get this charm and you think, oh my goodness, I wish that I could antique that, like I could have that look more like this feather. Well, let me tell you guys, it's super easy to do, and that's where I want to start. So I'm going to get a little paper towel, and I'm going to put my willow right on the top, my willow leaf. And you guys, I have done this forever and ever, and it's such a great trick. You may not know, but the simple Sharpie marker, permanent marker, I use this a lot when I'm antiquing pieces. If I have texture in them or stamped words or anything like that, I use this permanent marker, and this is how it goes. JP, I don't know if you can really get in there any tighter or not, but let's see. You can also just, let me show you something here. See how, look at that zoom.
That clever.
Yeah, look at that zoom. Bam, you guys. We're zooming. So you're thinking, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kate, what are you doing with this permanent marker on this
Actually,
metal?
I think they're thinking I should go into the movie making business.
I think that's what they're thinking. They're thinking
Francis Ford Coppola.
Cecil Cecil B. DePersons is what we've got going on here. That's right. So I do this. Okay.
Can I stamp my initial on the back of a charm?
Yeah, of course you can. These are perfectly stampable.
Yep.
These little guys, anything that's plain on the back, perfectly stampable. So I have colored the front of a plain charm with my Sharpie marker, and now it's fairly dry, or you can let it dry, or you can start getting it all over your hands like I'm doing here. I'm not afraid. Now do you guys know what this is? Pull out just a little bit, Jana, so people can see that. That is our Pro Polish pad. Oh my goodness, I love these so much. The Pro Polish pad is kind of the secret to everything else we're going to be doing today. So Pro Polish is like a little square of like foam rubber. Has a little bit of tooth on the surface. And hi Kim Crawford.
Kelly just also joined
Oh,
us.
hi Kelly, how are you? And it has a little bit of a polishing agent in it. So if we get it right down here onto the leaf, let's get in there tight. I'm just going to come in.
Look at that.
And
Melanie says, my heart's racing with the pen on there.
right?
Sylvia, hello from Alabama.
Hey, Sylvia from Alabama. You knew this trick, Janice.
No,
What?
I didn't.
We've known each other all these years.
No,
And
no.
this is the first time.
never used it.
What? You're
Yeah.
crazy. So look at how I've taken it from that matte leaf to this cool, antiqued thing. Now, but wait.
But wait.
Wait.
Not
That's not all.
Let me just
Yeah,
ask you.
what happened?
How are you, like, if it gets wet with water?
That is a great question.
Because in the old days, a lot of the Indian sterling silver was just antique with magic marker. And
well, it was antiqued actually with like an ink, like an India ink that would sit on the surface. So I knew you were going to ask me that question.
Okay, good.
So see this button? Can you guys see the difference between that green that's in there and the not green? What I did was I did this yesterday, and then I dropped it in a cup of water and I let it sit. And after about 5 minutes, I took it out, and it's still nice and green. So I have never really had a problem. When I do have problems if I want to tumble this. Let's say I put this in a tumbler and I agitate it and polish it with some shot or some soapy liquid, then I start to have issues. But just with everyday wear
Melanie
like this,
wants to move in.
It's fine. Come on, Melanie.
Gita says magic.
So let me show you guys this.
Kimberly's saying we have to rotate.
We have to rotate.
I guess rotate moving.
I was like, oh my God. Well,
this is very cool.
right? So, you guys, Sharpie comes in all colors, right? And you don't have to stick with just the black. Check it. Check it, you guys. And you can use this Pro Polish pad forever until it's, little pieces practically. So I'm just going to gently, and you can take off as much of this as you want. So maybe I want to go maybe a little bit lighter and leave a little more of that pink on there. But check that out. Right? Here it is with the black.
crazy.
And here it is with the pink. Okay. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
Yeah. So I just thought that would be a cool thing to share. I did it on this little button here, our daisy, our blooming, what do we call this? Our blooming sunflower, isn't it?
Giant sunflower.
Giant sunflower. And I'm going to add a little more of that color right into there. And what you can, I know what you guys are also thinking. You're thinking, well, what if I wanted to seal this up? Well, you can. You can, and I'm going to take just a little bit off the top here. You can use like a matte, I would use like a matte fixative, like Krylon carries one. You can go at the craft store where they carry all of the paint, you know, the spray paint, and you can get just a light little spray fixative or sealer. And the trick to successful sealing is just light sprays. I would put them all down on a piece of newspaper. I'd do this outside, do all of your antiquing, take them outside, put them on a piece of newspaper, and just spray a light mist all over them, light mist, and then let it sit, and then I'd spray a light mist one more time, and boom, you're done and ready to go. I think we can get right in there. See that? Look at that.
Very cool.
So there's a lot of fun ways that you can alter the colors. So that's what I've got with the Sharpie marker. Now I'll show you one more. I was going to do it with this Book of Kells as well. You can see the Book of Kells clasp. That's one of Janice's favorites. It has some light antiquing on it, which I love. But sometimes I want antiquing to just really be intense. So I'm going to color over the top of this. And you can remove this, you guys, with a little swipe of alcohol, or an alcohol prep pad also takes this off.
Jennifer wants to ask if clear nail polish would work for sealing, I guess.
Yeah, you know, you can
And
seal.
Gita's saying, no, not the Book of
Not the
Kells.
Book of Kells. Don't worry, Gita.
Gita, I'm thinking the same thing.
Don't
like,
you? Oh, you ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. Come on now. Look at this. It's so... Let me really get it nice and clean. Look at the dramatic
yeah.
difference.
Yeah, very nice.
Right? So it just depends. It can go from a soft look. The same thing I did with the feather. I just came in and I really just kind of, you can highlight. Maybe you really want to go down the center of that feather.
Bonnie says, hi, gang. And
Hi,
Gail saying,
Bonnie.
gorgeous.
Thanks. It's a lot of fun. Plus your hands get all messy like this. Do your hands look like this, you guys, at the end of the
Kimberly's
day?
having an OCD
Right.
heart attack.
Right. Sorry. But it's true. There's so much. So see how I'm just lightly stroking, lightly,
Yeah.
and then I'll turn it over here and just lightly stroke that just a little, leave a little bit of the, you know. So antiquing and adding colors to metal, you guys, isn't just in the realm, particularly in the realm of metalsmiths. Here's one that's before and here's one after. So you can see a little bit of a difference. You can just kind of hunt around your house for different things. Don't be afraid, all right? Yeah, alcohol inks, Bonnie, those work great as well. So let me show you before we move
So you
on
could
to
take
what
your
I've got here.
husband's suit and just antique the buttons on his suit.
You could just a little
Just-
bit. So it's,
With like colored pen.
right, why not? We all, what's that all
Chris
about?
wouldn't know.
No, but Chris would like it. Too.
Yeah,
he would.
yeah.
So, you spied this piece. I can't remember who it was. Melanie, I think you spied this, right? And you can see here the
Gita, which is really asked a good thing.
Uh-huh.
Could we show the original Book of Kells next to the antiqued one?
we can.
And so
Sure.
if,
We just need to grab one.
Cara, could you grab us a Book of Kells in silver?
Would ya?
And we'll show it in just
Yeah.
a second.
So you can see these are some of our sliders, and I don't know if you can pick up. Thanks, Cara. If you can pick up the tarnish that's on these.
I can see it.
Yes, all you need, you guys. Let's just get rid of that tarnish. let's just lightly buff with our Pro Polish and send it to you. Not a problem, Gita. So see, look at, from flat to
Yes.
fabulous, or I
Yes.
don't know what they would say on an infomercial.
Yes.
But right, so this has a little bit of glue on it.
I'm going to caution you about your lovely inked hands in that
Right.
white leather.
Right.
Is it any of it going to just
hopefully
just
not.
for us to be careful.
Right, yeah.
Send out the message out there that working with white leather and
Right,
permanent
and permanent
marker.
markers.
So this is the
So, whoops, they want to stick together.
yeah.
So you can see the one at the top,
Is,
how it's
is
darker.
the one you did?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And see how, like, on the inside of that little thing, how it's not as dark.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what floats your boat with whatever look. Okay?
Very fun.
So now let's take a look. Before we sign off, I want to share just one more thing with you. And these are the world of using, some of you have already said, about nail polish. Now, you could seal with nail polish. I actually like sealing with the Krylon with the spray, but some people in a pinch, like if you are allergic to metals or things like that, you can paint a little clear nail polish on the inside of like a ring or something copper, and it'll stay. It'll eventually wear off, but if you were doing this on the inside of a ring, you could paint the inside, let it dry real well, set it in the sunny windowsill, and come in and do a second coat, and you'd be good to go. So this I found particularly pleasing, you guys. I love our little earth charm, right? A beautiful charm. I love it. But I also love it when it has the sea.
Wow.
So let me show you how I would do that. Now, I just went down to my local, wherever, the store, the beauty supply, or I went to the drugstore actually, and found a whole bunch of just, nail polish colors. That's what the kids are doing nowadays, right? Your nail polish,
yeah.
nail polish colors on all different fronts, different colors. So all I did was I got in, and let's get in kind of tight if you can here, JP. All I did was, like I was painting my nails, there we go, good. Like I was painting my nails,
Sorry, everyone.
I just come in and I paint my charm.
Oh.
What was
Sorry.
what was that involuntary shudder for?
I just oh
You
my
just
goodness.
Relax. You relax, Parsons.
I'm gonna try.
All right, everybody out there, relax. Everybody breathe. And now, I'm just going to give it a light wipe. And you can wear some gloves if you want to, not get this stuff all over your hands. But look at how pretty. And I could come in and touch this up and stuff. But this one I did this morning, and you can see, and you can see how nice and...
It's great.
It's
And,
really cool, isn't it?
I want to just thank Gita for putting in the link for the Blue Oasis bracelet that you showed that you were using
great.
the Pro Polish pad on.
Oh, great.
The Prairie Blue Oasis. Thank you, Gita.
I wanted to show one more thing. I want to backtrack just for a second and show you with this, what's this one called? Wisteria? No. What the heck is this one called?
Gita, help us out here.
It'll come back to me. What's this one, Cara?
Yeah, it's Wisteria.
Wisteria, yay! Ding, 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 I win. I'm a winner. Something like this, again, that doesn't have any antiquing and it's gold, that's not to worry. You can just come in, and now I can just polish that up. Look at how that polishing, how it defines
Wow.
the piece, right?
Really nice.
So it's kind of cool. I like it. The other thing I really love, I'm going to do a couple more for you. This is our, I don't know, swirly. I had the names this morning in my head. Hey, Cara.
Rain?
Rain.
Rain.
That's what this one is.
That's
Rain.
actually climbing Wisteria.
Oh, that's climbing wisteria. And this one's Rain, right? This guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So I did it with like this yellow, which I think is kind of fun. We're having a yellow moment here, I think, at Bead Shop, because I think it's spring and the daffodils are out. All I do, let's send Janice into another fit of apoplexy.
Oh.
There we go. Shut her a little more. There we go. Really get it. Really get her. Get her. All right, so now that's in there.
But this is really fun when you ladder and you don't have a button the color you want.
Yeah.
You can just go get
Just
some
go
nail
get it.
polish.
And so I just give it, see how I'm
Dabbing.
blotting
Yeah.
instead of rubbing. Just a little dabbing. And there I have a pair. Now you could also use these, we could cut off, that's another free tip Friday, but we could cut off the back of our earring, of our
The shank. Cut
the
it
shank
off.
here, and we could glue an earring post to that. Wouldn't that
Oh,
be
yeah.
a great
Button
earring
earring,
topper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's another free tip Friday. I'm going to show you one last one here. Let's do one more. Which one do you, oh, I really like, this is called Old Coin. And I love the old coin. So what I did was I wanted it, here's what it looks like originally. Like so. So what I did was I painted old coin with some of this green polish because I wanted it to look kind of, you know, verdigris-y, right? And you guys make sure you always put the lids back on your nail polish so you don't inadvertently, you know, knock them over. That would be a nightmare, especially in these colors. So I get my Pro Polish pad. I did this morning when I came into the office, and I set it aside, so it's been sitting, curing for a little bit. So I'm going to come in with that Pro Polish pad, and I'm just going to polish up. Let's see if I can polish through and remove a little bit. You can see that nail polish is really on there. But I can, if I give it a little bit of elbow grease. There we go. Can you see? I'm starting to come in.
Nail polish remover?
Well, the nail polish
that
remover
take
would
off
take
the-
off too much, I think.
Okay.
But see how I've just taken off a little bit from the center there, the highlights, and I still can have that rim. So it looks a little more, as you like to say, selectively polished. Right? I think that looks pretty good.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
pretty nice. And I did the same thing I did with our bitty feather. I painted it with just some pink
Yeah.
because I had it. I know you're shuddering.
Yeah, that one was kind
You're
of
like, you're like,
you
really?
gotta have one dog in the group.
Right, one dog. But
Yeah.
I thought I would try and turn this dog into
Yeah.
something exciting.
Yes.
You just hush, Parsons. Come on now. I'm
Hey,
gonna give
everyone,
it.
you want to vote on the pink photo?
Let me color that
everyone
down.
likes it.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Maybe if I get in close, you'll see what it really looks like.
Let me. I wonder if the Sharpie marker is taken off too much.
Well, that's the nice thing about Facebook Friday. You just never know what you're going to
You
get.
just never know. So let's say that
So
this
this
is
don't
just
do
a
this
dog.
at home.
So let me show you what I can do, though. See what I can do.
Okay, let's
Let me
really,
show.
yeah.
That's way too. Will you stop
That too
zooming?
close.
People are going to get motion sickness. Look at that. Our poor viewers. There we
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. It's like the Titanic. We're all in the sea, all going down here. Okay, see what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some. You know what this is, nail polish remover. Let me put the
Put the
lid
dog-
back
yes.
on. So we don't do a repeat of Wednesday and have too much glue up in us. So see what I can do? I can just remove all of that. And there's actually a little pink remaining in there. I could really scrub it out, but I don't need to.
And then
Let's
just
see.
start again.
Yeah, just start again. Though it has left just a tiny little bit, which looks pretty nice, I think. So
Better,
see,
much better.
yeah, how easy that is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I'm going to keep taking all of the, it also works to take off all the stuff off of your hands, right? And I'll show you on for the week. Janice has been really busy the past couple of days. She's been working on our stuff for our Memory Wire show on Wednesday. So we've got a great show coming up for you there. It's going to be really fun, all about memory wire, and lots of great tips and tricks and really cool stuff. But Janice walked in with these this morning, and I grabbed them from her and I put them on. So
Gita sent us some photos of the memory wire bracelets
she did
made,
this
and we'll
morning.
share
Yeah,
those.
we're
We'll share
excited to
on
see
Wednesday.
those. And you guys, I also wanted to show you this real quick. I'm going to put the tutorial up on our blog. My hands have been working, so they've swollen a little bit. But do you guys recognize what this is? This is our home run slider. And this was the dregs of the leather
little bit
that
of
we had
strapped leather, yeah.
from our show on Wednesday when we did Prairie. And so I just made a little ring using the slider and gluing it in using our Zap glue. And I think, and I made a whole bunch of them. So the tutorial is coming up on the blog, and I'll link it here on Facebook. But how cute is that?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Isn't it darling?
I thought it was very clever.
I think it's fun. And I did some with the printed leather, and so there's some other stuff that looks pretty cool. So I think that's about it. Yeah, we've had our allotted time. Here I am. Shall I come around?
Yeah.
All right, I'll come around. I'm getting up. Let me see. I'm coming around.
Okay. I'm panning.
You're panning. That's an industry term.
Yes.
Nice. There we go. All right. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on Free Tip Friday. It was super fun to share some getting messy with metals with you and talking about the different finishes. Again, you can always find these tips on our YouTube channel. They're on a playlist called Free Tip Friday. So if you just go to our YouTube channel, beadshop.com, you'll find different playlists there, playlists for our Facebook Lives, all of our wonderful tutorials by Brittany and Nicole and others here from beadshop.com, and then you can also find these Free Tip Fridays. Make sure you guys today is the last day of our metal beads, Ceylon and leather sale. So if you didn't jump in on the Prairie Facebook Live on Wednesday, it's a good time to watch it and grab some of that leather, because we've got some really cool strap leather on sale. And open your newsletters this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. Open those newsletters. Okay, Janice, any parting words?
Have a great holiday weekend.
Yes.
Hide those Easter eggs and enjoy them with all the little children in your life. Yeah.
And big children too.
And big children.
We've got some
chocolate.
Easter eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, we've
yes.
got some chocolate. All right,
Yep.
you guys, have a great creative weekend, and we'll see you next week.